Welcome to our daily Forex market analysis call. This is in preparation for trading on August 29th, 2017. Just a quick disclaimer before we get started. This is for educational purposes only. Trading is a risky business, especially right now with summer months. This is a very illiquid market condition. So please be careful with your money. And also, if you have questions about your individual investment needs, I recommend you talk to your investment advisor. So as usual, we will start off by looking at our Forex factory. So even before we get into that, for the last little bit, we've been talking about a risk environment. Excuse me. So right now, what's going on is missile testing by North Korea. So North Korea, and there were a lot of comments, not a lot of comments, but a lot of risk in the market with North Korea testing its missiles. And then we saw last week things kind of went back to normal. Everything was back at the way things were normally. So we saw Japanese yen. First, it was going up, which means all the Japanese crosses were dropping. And then last week, it was the opposite. We saw pullbacks in that. And now again, today, just in the Asian session here, we have seen Japanese yen strengthen. And the big part of that is this right here. So we have North Korea. They launched a missile which went through Japan. So that's what is causing the market to be very concerned. So North Korea, they launched a missile and it went across Japan. And it kind of fell over the Pacific Ocean. So it didn't really strike Japan, but this is a big step for North Korea to take. This can aggravate things quite rapidly. So I would highly suggest that we all keep an eye on this. And as a result of this, what happens is US stock futures were lower. And for us, in terms of Forex trading, we will see that Japanese yen will strengthen as a result of that. So keep that in mind. That's the breaking news that's out right now. So the next thing is, how does the US react to it? If President Trump reacts to it in any kind of an aggressive way, whether that's through tweeting or through actually taking action, that will not be good for that will create a lot of problems in the market, and Japanese yen will strengthen as a result, and Swiss franc, which is another safe haven currency, should go up as well. That means both Japanese yen as well as Swiss franc crosses are likely to drop. So in terms of our news coming up, not much today. And tomorrow coming up for Tuesday, we have the US consumer confidence number. And that's pretty much it in between the two sessions here, London and New York. And then in the evening, we have Reserve Bank of New Zealand Governor Wheeler speaking. So this will be very important for New Zealand here, as well as building approvals and construction numbers for Australian dollars. So we will see moves in those two currencies, but other than that, we're just looking at consumer confidence number as the major news for tomorrow. So let's go on to the charts and take a look at what's going on. So we had a couple of things here. We had Japan. So we had Japanese data came out, which household spending came out negative, which is not good for Japanese yen. But overall, the story that will drive the markets in terms of Japanese yen will be the story for North Korea and the reaction to it. So right now, as soon as that news came out, we saw this huge drop in the yen crosses. So pound yen, it has dropped. So now we are looking for a follow through. So if this escalates, so I would highly recommend keeping an eye on these crosses and looking at what happens. All right, so let's start off with Euro US dollar. So Euro US dollar, we had talked about this high here. For a long time, price had stayed within this range. Now price has broken to the other side of it. Over the, excuse me, over on Sunday, we did have a gap. So price gapped up. It came and tested this. And this is something maybe we can do in one of our webinars. Maybe this one, what happens when market gaps up or down. So there's another trade setup here that we will discuss. But overall, Euro US dollar broke through our range here. It's outside of the range, and now it has pushed up. Right now, it is bullish based on the 2 bullish days here. We are looking for a further move to the upside. Do keep in mind the risk from North Korea, though. If the risk continues, we could see US dollar strengthen. So keep that in mind. But overall, Euro US dollar is strong, and we are looking for price to continue higher. So in this case, the first target is a 1.200, and beyond that, we are looking at a 121.80 as the next target to the upside. So just going back out here, I'm just trying to zoom back out to see if there's anything else we could. If we could set a closer target. So the closer target will be right about here. So 2091, so about 2100. So the first target is 1.200. Second target will be 1.2100 to the upside. So that will be the next target. And beyond that, we have the third one here. So those will be the 2 targets to the upside. Overall, based on the daily, we are bullish. And in terms of our pullbacks, let's take a look at what are we looking at. So this is the first one here. So this is where the price came to right now. And now we are, let's go to 1 hour here. So this is where we are. So if the price stays above this 1.1950, we're looking for another move to the upside here. So this is a good pullback level. It could pull a little bit deeper into this S1 level here as well. But excuse me. So this is good because this is a previous resistance level. If the price stays above the previous resistance level, we are looking for a further move to the upside. So this looks, Euro dollar looks bullish. Pound dollar here, US dollar is just taking a hit. So based on this close, this is the bullish pin bar, closed above the previous high. So this looks bullish here as well. So if you take a look at, so the next target with pound, we're looking at a 1.3020 level. So this support and resistance right into this level here. So this previous support and resistance level. If we go into our pullbacks level, as we can see, this is where we are. Price broke above. It's pulling back into this previous support, resistance turning support. So if price stays above 1.2920-ish area, then we're looking for a further move to the upside. This is our target, which is the next level of support and resistance. It also coincides with our R3 level, which is way up there. So 1.3020 level is what we are looking at. So pound, however, is not as strong as the euro. So another scenario that we do need to keep in mind, if we start hearing mumblings, is we could see price come down below this support and resistance level of 1.2920 and then come back and test this support resistance level, which is a 1.2860-ish level. So that's what we need to keep in mind. If the price holds above 1.2920, that is good. We're looking for a further move up. But if it does break below this pivot level, we're looking for a further move to the downside for price to come and test this previous level. So it is bullish, but not as strong as our euro dollar. Okay, Aussie US dollar here. Aussie has not been as strong. we have seen a drop here, but overall the day was bullish. But with what's going on right now, the market's reacting to that. So we've seen Aussie come down. So if the price does stay here, if the price holds below 0.7970-ish level, then we're likely to see a further move to the downside. And in that case, we're looking for a retest of this 78.67 level, this right here, or slightly higher into the 80 level, which is over here. So let's actually put it over here. That's I like this level better here. So 78.80 level is the one that we are watching. So right now, even though candle closed bullish, we are into resistance. So as long as price stays below 79.80, we're likely to see it continue lower. So this is where we are. Price is dropping. Another thing to actually watch out for right now is all the flooding that's going on in the US. So normally when we have seen floods in the past, we see the prices go up. So as a result of that, as a result of that, when the price for oil goes up, we're likely to see Canadian dollar go up, as well as the Aussie and New Zealand go up. However, right now, oil is dropping, and that's why we are seeing weakness in commodities related to that, or commodity currencies related to that. So keep that in mind. I would keep an eye on oil as well, see how it is doing. So right now, this is coming down. So in terms of so this is quite a sharp decline that happened right in line with Japanese yen drop. So if this stays below here, so we are likely to see the price come back and maybe back test this level here again, 79.50. So the move that we may see is that price goes back up, test this support resistance level, and then drops again, and our target will be 78.80 level in that case. So keep this in mind, big inefficient move. If it holds, then we're looking for a follow through in that. New Zealand US dollar here.
It looks bullish. I mean bearish.
Actually, okay, so you guys, let's stay muted so we don't record it. All right, New Zealand dollar is bearish. Oh, wait. New Zealand dollar is not bearish. That was weekly candle close. Sorry. We are bullish, but we are into resistance, right? So this is where we are. Okay, so we are into resistance. So this is an important support and resistance level at 72.60. Now, if the price breaks above this, we are looking for a further move to the upside. 73.30 would be our target to the upside in that case. But the test of the 72.60 will be an important level. So here's the thing, with geopolitical things, sometimes market will have a knee-jerk reaction. So right now, the market conditions will be volatile tonight. So be very careful right now. So this is where we are. Price was bullish, so the daily close was bullish right into our resistance here. So if price gets onto the other side of the 72.60 level, we're looking for a further move to the upside. Here we are. We are into resistance right here. Now, this drop that happened with the news there, that is that inefficiency is getting filled. So this will be the test here. Once the price comes here, we will have to keep an eye on it. So if it does this, then we're likely to see a drop. However, if the price goes on to the other side, then pulls back, we're likely to see one of these moves. So this one, again, with what's going on in the markets, with the risks, so we'll keep that. We'll keep it in mind, but the close is bullish for both Aussie and New Zealand. But right now we are seeing a reaction in the market. Okay, so dollar CAD here. Dollar CAD bullish close. but we are into resistance here as well. So in this case, this will be, see, what we saw here was see drop, then a pullback, and then another drop, pullback, another drop. So this is the same scenario here. If the price holds below 1.2520 level, then we are looking for a further move to the downside in this case. So overall, dollar CAD is bearish. And we are looking for a continued move to the downside as it is into resistance at the moment. So the target here would be 124.20 level. Here we are in terms of our 4-hour support and resistance. Price has pulled back already into previous support and resistance level right into here. So as long as it stays below, we are looking for price to continue further. But please do keep in mind, market is volatile at the moment, and oil will be something to watch out for. If oil starts to drop again, this could pull back. But overall, looking for further move to the downside. Euro yen. Euro yen, we are still sideways here. Sorry, not euro yen, sorry, euro Swiss franc. So we had a positive bullish close here. Price broke through this level that we've been watching for the last few days. It went to the other side. Now it has pulled back and we are into previous support level here. So the test will be whether price can stay on this side of it. But again, like I said, with the geopolitical risk, Swiss franc tends to get bullish, so this will drop. And Japanese yen tends to strengthen as well, so all the Japanese yen crosses can drop as well. So keep that in mind. Overall, the close is bullish. We have pulled back into 1.1366 level. If price stays above, then we are looking for further move to the upside. Here's the price point that we are watching. So we just need to see if the price stays above this level. So right now it is holding above this level. And if that continues, then price is likely to go up. But expect volatility in the market today. This is pound Swiss franc. So pound Swiss franc actually gave us a bullish pin bar. However, it has come down as a result of the missile launch there, and it came back and tested this support level. So this is an important support and resistance level for pound Swiss. Pound Swiss has been very weak compared to Euro Swiss. So in this case, if the price stays above 122.80 level, then we are looking for a further move to the upside here. The daily close is definitely bullish, but with the geopolitical events, market has turned, and that's what we'll have to monitor, see what's going on and how the market responds to it. But if the price does stay below 123.80, this is the level I'll be watching. If the price stays below this level, we are looking for a further move to the downside here. So something like this, basically. Okay, so that was pound Swiss. Looking at dollar Swiss here, that looks bearish. The close on the day was neutral here, but there is a follow through to the downside. That again, that's because of the missile strike. Price has moved lower, so this definitely looks more bearish than the other Swiss franc crosses. So this, we're looking for a further move to the downside. We are almost at our next support and resistance level, which is 94.80 level. So that's where I would expect the price to go to. Pound yen, same thing that we talked about. Pound yen right now, it did go into resistance. The daily close here is bullish, but we are into resistance, and not only that, but we have this geopolitical event. As a result of that, price has dropped. As we can see, big inefficient move to the downside. So in this case, the scenarios that we are looking at is price to come and test this support and resistance level, or even slightly higher into the pivot point. See this previous resistance levels, we're looking for that level to hold. If price holds that level, then we are looking for continuation of the move to the downside. So we may see price come and do one of these moves and then a drop, or if the price just stays below, so that level here is 141.00, but if the price stays right here below this 140.50 level, then we're looking for a further move to the downside. This right now does not look very strong. This looks like it wants to continue lower. It's holding at that S1 level. So we may see a continuation to the downside for this. So the first target in this will be 140.00. So there's about 50 pips move that we may see in this one. Euro yen. Euro yen is bullish. So it closed the day quite bullish. We are into the top of the range here, but because of missile attacks and so forth, it has dropped. So right now, if it holds below this S1 level, which is 131.27, then we're looking for further move to the downside. In this case, the target, well, it already got to the first one here. So the first target here will be 129.64. The second target will be right into that, so 129.00. So 129.60 and then 129.00. But between the two, pound yen is weaker than euro yen, but just look out for that market volatility because of what's going on in the markets currently. Aussie yen, we had a bullish close into resistance, but again, just with the missile attack, Japanese yen has strengthened and we are back into support here. So that's quite a move to the downside, and we would look for a bearish follow through. So in this case, so just to actually, just a reminder, I remember trading Aussie yen back in the day when we had that big earthquake in Japan, and I was trading Aussie yen. Aussie yen had dropped, so Australian dollar had dropped quite a bit as well, and as had Aussie yen. So Aussie, as long as this stays below S2, we're looking for a further continuation back into 85.70 level. So S2 is at 86.25. So there is room for the move to the downside. This is where we are. We are, again, just like pound yen, we are into this S2 level. But in terms of our pullback, we could get a deeper pullback into 86.50. So this is the level I'd be watching. So price could come back all the way right over there, and we could see a further move to the downside from this point, 86.50 level. But if it just hangs around S2 at 86.25 and holds below, then it could just move lower from there. So right now we just need to monitor the situation. Normally, once we have this kind of moves, I would be wanting to short it, but because of such a big risk in the market, I'm going to refrain from doing that. This is the pair that I wanted to short today, dollar yen, looking for further move to the downside, but the move has already happened with the missile. So as a result of that, I'm just going to hold off and just monitor this. So the reason I wanted to short this was because price had come into our resistance level on Friday. We had a lower close, so price had dropped. So it was a neutral close for the day, but price had dropped. So we are into the next, or we closed lower than the previous day. So I was looking for a further move to the downside, but that has already happened. So move has happened. So right now there are two different areas for a pullback. One is right where we are currently, or slightly higher into this level, 108.80. And the other one is this one right here, 109.40, or even into this support or resistance, 109.100. So as long as price stays below this level, we are looking for a further move to the downside, but I'm going to be cautious because see, just the way the price is moving, it is volatile at the moment. Let's take a look at euro pound. Euro pound price is holding above 92.30 level, but the close, very, very small close for the day. So this makes it neutral, may not be the best pair to look at the moment. Euro Aussie here. Let's take a look. We had a bullish close for the day. So even though there's this red candle here, we are into resistance, but with Aussie dropping with the missile attack, this has gotten pushed up. So right now this looks bullish. So in this case, looking for a pullback into 1.5060. If it holds above, then we may see another move to the upside. Okay, so that's all I have. Any questions, anything to add? Okay, so no questions. Perfect. All right. Excellent. So we'll call it a wrap, and I'll monitor it to see if there's an opportunity to take a trade, but it's very important to manage risk. So I may not do that tonight. So I'll keep an eye on it. If there's any trade setup that shows up, and the risk kind of goes away, we may take a trade. Otherwise, we may just sit it out. All right. So I'll see you guys tomorrow in the trade room.